Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about laser inter-satellite links in a Starlink constellation. A special thanks to Aizaz Chaudhary sir and Halim Wai sir. So the content of the video is laser inter-satellite links, satellite constellation, Starlink satellite with LISL and classification of LISL. Moving forward, so what is laser inter-satellite links? Laser inter-satellite links are envisioned between satellite in upcoming satellite constellation such as Phase 1 of SpaceX Starlink. Within a constellation, satellite can establish LISL with other satellite in the same orbital plane or in the different orbital plane. So what is the benefit of laser inter-satellite links? These are also conducted in free space optics. Has high capacity and low latency. It has higher frequency and higher bandwidth with higher data rate. It requires smaller antenna size. It also contains lesser weight and volume. It reduces the cost of the satellite. Moving forward, in the conventional way of satellite communication, if we need to communicate between long distance such as intercontinental connection between two cities such as New York and Hong Kong, we will have to a ping pong ball between ground station line and satellites. Let's imagine this is New York and this is Hong Kong and this is the satellite. We need like a ping pong between the ground station and the satellite, and this will negatively impact the network latency of the communication signal. That's why SpaceX Starlink is using laser inter-satellite links to communicate between the satellites in a same orbital plane or different orbital plane. It consists of 12,000 satellites in different low Earth orbit and very low Earth orbit constellation. Laser inter-satellite communication link will give us high speed of 10 Gbps broadband connection. Moving forward, Starlink satellites with LISL. It consists of 5 1.5 kg silicon carbide communication component, of which 4 LISL per satellite were used to connect two neighbors in the same orbital plane and two neighbors in the different orbital planes. The fifth LISL was used to connect to a satellite in the crossing orbital planes. Classification of LISL. According to the connection between the satellite, it is two types: intra-orbital plane and inter-orbital plane. And according to the time of existence of the communication between the satellite, it is two types: permanent LISL and temporary LISL. Half of the satellites within a constellation like Phase 1 of the Starlink orbit in a northeasterly direction, and other half of the satellite orbit in a southeasterly direction. This is the picture of communication between the satellites in the orbital plane. This is the picture of satellites in nearby orbital plane, and this is the image of the satellite communication of crossing orbital plane of laser inter-satellite communication links. For the permanent LISL communication at 1700 km range. The maximum LISL range can be calculated using this formula. Using this formula, we can know what is the range of the communication of the satellite in the orbital plane with the nearby or cross-by satellite communication links. This is the calculation method of the maximum LISL range of a satellite in phase 1 of Starlink. Using this method, this is the radius of the Earth and this is the distance, maximum LISL distance or range, and A is the height of the atmospheric layer, and H is the height of the satellite or altitude of the satellite. Using this, we can calculate the maximum in laser intersatellite communication links range of a satellite in phase 1 of Starlink consideration. Thank you.